Yo. What's going on, man? Today is May the 12th, 2024. It's Chris, and this is the ChrisBeCappinn NBA Show, where we are live on Twitter, also live on YouTube as well. I want to, first I want to apologize. I know I'm a couple minutes late this morning. I was looking through, trying to give you guys whatever I had on the Knicks and the Pacers game, but I'm just not going to be able to, I don't think I'm going to pull it. When it's that back and forth, I don't think I'm going to be able to pull a plug on it. I think I'm gonna just stay off of that game. But I was doing some late research on injury report for the Pacers and the Knicks. So yeah, it is what it is, man. I got notes. I'm just not gonna play the game. I really wanted to try to make a play, but I think I'm gonna stay off. Want to shout out all the mothers. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers in the community. Grateful for all of that, especially to all the active moms. I got a couple of really great moms in my life. So shout out to all the mothers, man. Happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers in the ChrisBeCappinn community. We are coming off a 1-0 day. Yesterday I gave out Boston first half, minus the 4.5. It was a pretty easy winner. They also covered the full game as well. So we gained a unit yesterday. And the under in the Dallas and OKC game also got there as well. I told you guys I really like that, but couldn't really trust OKC's defense on the road. They actually played well, only gave up 108 points yesterday. So close to being that was a winner too. I was just a lean, but I should have got to the window with it. As far as the t-shirt giveaway, and then we'll jump in a couple comments. Excuse me. As far as the t-shirt giveaway, we had two very close predictions. So the winners of the t-shirt giveaway, it came down to, real quick, let me just double check it real quick. So it was 1-0, the Dallas and OKC game was 105 to 101. We had a 108 to 100 prediction, and we had a 110 to 107 prediction. So that total went up and over. This total went less. That was an 8-point. This was a 3-point, and the game was decided by 4 points. So David, my guy David, as always in the chat, was the winner of the Thunder and the Mavs with a predicted score of 110 to 107. So he is the winner for the Thunder and the Mavs t-shirt giveaway. David, when you're watching, I'm not sure if you're in the comments already, but if you're watching, definitely shoot me a DM on Twitter or email me at ChrisBeCappinn 2Ps 2 Ns. Let me know your shirt size and which color you'd like, and I'll get that in the mail to you tomorrow morning. And then on the Boston and Thunder game, we had a very close projection. Justin, my guy Justin McIvy predicted 116 to 118, and it was 106 to 93. So you wasn't off by too many points. Justin, you are the winner of the t-shirt for the Boston and Cleveland game. So Justin, David, you guys reach out to me. And then we got 2 games today. So you guys can do the same thing. Like I said, I'm gonna do this probably the whole entire playoffs. Let me know what t-shirt, what you guys are thinking as far as projected scores for the game, and who's the side that's gonna win. Go through a couple of the comments real quick before we jump into the show for today. What up, Derek? Appreciate you for tapping in. That says, good morning, Chris, and good fortunes. Chat, Josh Hart and Brunson should have a good day. Already locked them in. Talking about some no sweat bets. It looks like Jordan's talking there. Derek says he's taking Denver on the money line. Money all over the Wolves, Jordan says. Okay. Mark, good morning, my guy. Hope all is well with you. Let's see. What else? Mark reminded people to hit the like button while they waited for me this morning. Appreciate that. And Marquis says both of the games going over today. Definitely going to talk about the totals. And VDOT says he feels like the Knicks are going to cover today. We're definitely going to talk about that as well. What else? What up, Free Sauce? Appreciate you for tapping in this morning and being here. Good morning, Tasha. Nando, good morning. All right, let's jump into the games for today. Nando said he got a -13, got a push yesterday when he altered that line. What's up, SK? Appreciate you for being here this morning. SK said he cashed on Mobley under 29.5 points, 29.5 points rebounds assists, even without Allen. Yeah, he started off hot, and then they really couldn't get anything going around the rim late. I watched that whole game. What up, PZ? Appreciate you for being here as well. Freestyle says he got a free prop. Isaiah Hartenstein under 10.5 rebounds. He's averaging 16 rebound chances and converting only 50. Hart is a rebound magnet, and with no OG to box out Pascal Siakam, Isaiah Hartenstein has less rebound chances than usual. I think it's a great look. Okay. Derek likes Halliburton over 21.5 points. Y'all already dropping plays off this morning. All right, let's jump into it for today. Midnight Token said he cashed on Celtics first half. What up, Dano? And what up, Solden Willie as well? He says, hey, bro, hope you're good. Yeah, I'm great. I'm great, man. I'm gonna do this show. Run out, grab just some cards for Mother's Day for the mothers in my life, and we celebrating this evening. So let's jump into the show for today, man. Appreciate everybody that's here already, and everybody that's sharing the show and hitting the like button as well. I got a bottle of water down here. So let's jump into it. First game up, we got the Knicks and the Pacers. The Pacers are laying 5.5 points as home favorites in this game. We got a total that actually opened at 218.5 last night. Well, not even last night, like early this morning, this total was down to like 217. And over the last, I would say about 6 hours, this total is back up to 218.5. And spread opened at 6 and it's come down to 5.5 in favor of the Indiana Pacers. So injuries are super important to talk about. We got OG Anunoby, of course, he's already been ruled out for this game. No Mitchell Robinson. Of course, no Bogdanovich. So we got a Knicks team that's really, really banged up here. Brunson, not on the injury report. We know he's not 100%, but he is not on the injury report. Tyrese Halliburton is on the injury report, and it's way more than just those back spasms this time around. Dude has a sacral contusion and a right ankle sprain that happened in the fourth quarter. So I want to like dive into that because I actually popped my sacrum out of place twice. One time on the most recent time on March the 4th, and it's still not 100%. That is an injury that you really, really do not want to, that you don't want to have to endure. It has changed my life. And I've done it twice now, just working out, doing a bunch of calisthenic stuff. So that injury specifically is one that I know for sure. And I'm not sure if people had a chance to watch him leave the post-game interview, but Tyrese Halliburton, he's not going to be 100%. He will not be 100%, which means that they're going to have to rely a lot on their bench and get a lot more from their bench, in my opinion. Outside of the back spasm and the sacrum contusion, like I said, he also has the right ankle sprain as well that happened in the fourth quarter. So pretty sure they shoot his ankle up, he'll be all right. But that sacrum injury is a really, really bad one. And I can only imagine having it with back spasms as well. Neesmith is also listed as questionable. I think he has a shoulder injury. So the Pacers also a little banged up now. I know that they're the deeper team of the two. So let's jump into it. Here's what I have for you guys as far as looking at this game. So the first place I always go to is what happened in the last game. So game 2, you guys can see the numbers there. I always like to make sure I put them up. It's a couple things that really stick out to me, and I put the regression and the outliers that I kind of see happening in this game. So first thing, on the Knicks side, some regression. This team continues to shoot really, really good against the Pacers from the three-point line. That has not been the case for teams that play against the Pacers throughout. Now I know, Dante DiVincenzo has been absolutely hooping. He's been, balling throughout the playoffs. And one of the reasons I was a little skeptical of taking Dante DiVincenzo over his three-point prop was because the Pacers are not a team that really gives up a bunch of threes. Dante DiVincenzo has been lights out. This dude's coming off a 7-for-11 game. He shot 12 of 26 overall, had 35 points. And Jalen Brunson, 26 more points. He shot 10 for 26 and hit 4 threes himself. Alex Burke off the bench. Hold on, did I say that right? Jalen Brunson, 2 for 6 up from the three-point line. Alex Burke, 2 for 4. And then Miles McBride, 2 for 5 as well. It feels to me like we should see major regression there. 52% from the three-point line in a road game is crazy. And that's one of the reasons why I kind of want to look towards the under. Pacers, they shot that well from the three-point line. That was like one of the first things that really jumped out at me was the Pacers shooting so well from the 3-point line and still only scoring 106 points. I'm sorry, the Knicks shooting 52% from the 3-point line and still only scoring 106 points. To me, it feels like they should have scored a lot more points. Pacers really slowed down in the second half, and you see both offenses just try to play a little bit slower. Next thing that jumps out, you guys can see this on the left as well. Pacers won the rebounding battle. They won it by 1. They were +3 on the offensive glass as well. Of course, that's the first time the Pacers have out-rebounded the Knicks in the game and on the offensive glass. And they're gonna need to do that again if they're gonna keep this game competitive. I was looking at some beat reporter stuff, and I wanted to share this with you guys real quick as well. So the Knicks are 7-0 in the postseason so far when they've won the rebounding battle. They're 0-3 in the postseason when they have not won the rebounding battle. So could it really be that easy? It sounds like yes. That's a 10-game sample size. If the Pacers have won the rebounding battle, they've won the game. If they've lost the rebounding battle, they've lost the game. Here's the regression I think that's coming for the Pacers, though. I went through and looked at the bench scoring. Remember, if you guys remember game 1, remember there was a time in the fourth quarter where the Pacers bench had outscored the Knicks bench like 46-3. And then in game 2, we saw the same type thing. This bench was elite. Guys like Obi Toppin, guys like Isaiah Jackson, TJ McConnell, Shepard off the bench hitting big shots. This bench really, they got tremendously outplayed. They shot just 7 for 22 from the field overall as a bench unit, 0 for 4 from the 3-point line. I think they played much better today. So that kind of makes me want to take the Pacers. And remember, for game 3, the play that I gave out was the Pacers team total over. I really thought that they were going to continue to be able to score the basketball, and they did early. They scored 29 points in the first quarter, 34 points in the second quarter. They had 63 at halftime, and then they followed up, only have 48 points in the second half. Excuse me, and just a 22-point third quarter. So the Knicks, you can say the Knicks played defense. You can say the Pacers missed shots. I think it was a little bit of both. That really has me conflicted on the total in this game. Much as I would want to go back to that Pacers team total over 110.5, I think Halliburton being hampered, with the injuries, I think the Knicks being shorthanded. I'm not sure if Alex Burks is going to have the same type game. And I think the Pacers, their defense plays a little bit, well, not a little bit, their defense plays a lot better at home, clearly holding the Knicks to just 106 points after the Knicks has scored 120 points in every single game so far. So these were all things that, made it really, really difficult for me to want to bet this game. As far as trend-wise, and then I'll get into some of the comments. As far as trend-wise, I looked at teams that were down 2-1, who won game 3, so they're looking to tie it up at 2-2. They are 31-18 straight up. That's 63%. In game 4, 22-27 against the spread. That's 55%. So if you like the Pacers, you like to hear that. If you like the Knicks, you can look at the Knicks bouncing back off a loss. They're 2-0 straight up and against the spread off a loss in the playoffs so far. They have failed to lose back-to-back games, 2 straight in the playoffs this year. And they were dogs in both of the previous games as well versus the Philadelphia 76ers in the first round. And they won both games as dogs, alpha loss. The Knicks also have the second highest offensive rating on the road in the playoffs, but defensively, they're 14th out of 16 teams. And they're the second best offensive rebounding team on the road too. Just a tad bit worse than the Minnesota Timberwolves. So trends to kind of back both teams and some things I was looking at. As far as the total, just going back to the total really quick before I get to the comments. I looked at home favorites, looking to tie up the series in game 4 that won game 3. They're 28-18-3 to the under. That's 61%. 60.9% says that this game goes under today. That's a nice little sample size as well, using the Killer Sports database. I looked at teams up 2-1 who lost game 3 but covered. So this is a Knicks trend. Those games, it's only happened 7 times in the Killer Sports database. Those teams are 7-0 to the under. If you lost game 3, but you covered and the series is 2-1. Also, I looked at the pace. So game 1 pace was 95. They played at a pace of 95. Game 2 is slowed down to 91.5. We just saw some elite shot making. They still got it up and over the total. Game 3 saw a pace of 90.8. So each one of these games have actually slowed down as far as pace as well. And then I just go back to the health. I think the Knicks, and all of the bevy of injuries that they have, I think, they could struggle to score the basketball here. Thibodeau's run his players into the ground. I think about only having one game in between as far as rest goes for both teams. And then I think about Halliburton and watching him try to lead a post-game interview. You could see the pain all over his face. You could see him trying to walk. And like I said, I've, misaligned my sacrum twice, like knocked it out of place and had to go to a chiropractor and he pop it back in for you. So all of those things kind of make me think that it's going to be an under type game. But then on the other side, last point I'll make before I get into the comments, on the other side, I feel like the bench, the regression that's coming, the positive regression that's coming for the Pacers bench. Like, I don't think Obi Toppin is going to have another 2-point game. Isaiah Jackson, I think he can contribute more than 4 points and 2 rebounds. TJ McConnell shot just 3 for 10 from the field, only had 6 points. And Ben Shepherd as well, only had 2 points off the bench. So I kind of feel like the Knicks have a lot more depth in this game, especially with what their bench is capable of doing. They just have not played. They just did not play well in game 3. So combination of all that stuff makes me think Pacers team total over. But like I said, the pace slowing down. The Knicks, I think, really have a shot to steal one on the road. I gave you guys the numbers off a loss for them. I can't lay 5.5 with the Pacers though. They just don't play enough defense. I know that's not the way I'm looking. So it'll be Pacers team total over 110.5. I think the best number is like -115 right now on DraftKings, or just a full game under. Those are the only ways I would look. Let's see what you guys are saying about this one. I know there was a lot. I just wanted to share everything that I had, and I didn't make an official play on the game. Let's see. Let's see what you guys are saying here. Inside scoop from DR, from Dr. Chris. Good looking out. Knicks +5.5. It is. Derek likes the Knicks +5.5. Dano says, yeah, Hallie was in pain trying to get down them few steps. He was. I mean, look, and I've been there before. It's a lot of heat, ice, rotating back and forth, just trying to elevate it, stretch it out. Yeah. Derek says, scrap that Halliburton over 21.5 points. That might be the best look, man. Just take Hallie under. I know he's coming off back-to-back 30-point games. I know Siakam, especially without OG and Anunoby being there, played much better. Siakam had 26 points. He had a breakout game, shot 9 for 14 from the floor, 7 rebounds, hit his only 3-pointer. I'm right now Hallie under. I ain't even looking at any player props. Hallie under 21.5 points, which leads to, I think Siakam continues to have a big game as well. So if I am looking at it over, I think it'd be Siakam over his points prop. Appreciate you for shouting this out there. I didn't even think, I didn't put it together. Jamie going back to Obi Toppin in this spot over 8.5. Think it's major bounce back for him, and I would agree there. Like I said, I know some players gonna play better from that bench. Nando says, Chris, please tell me who's winning tonight. Who's winning tonight's rebound battle? That's all I need to know before betting this one. And I agree. With no OG there, with no Mitchell Robinson, Pacers I think are going to play really, really hard again. I know everybody just going to, take the Knicks. And it makes sense. They've covered every single game so far this series, and even in Game 3 when they were extremely shorthanded, they covered as well. So it makes sense. I feel like the Knicks going to be a public dog today. This line opened up shorter than Game 3's line. Remember, the Pacers were laying 7.5, and they didn't cover. They, kind of got lucky on a Nembhard 3. And I didn't mention this, but the refs admitted to missing a call on Isaiah Hartenstein. He got who was it? I think it was Siakam who kind of pulled him out of the way, so he couldn't contest a shot at the rim. And the refs did, say that they missed that call. I just think you see regression here from the Pacers, man. I'm just not laying points with them, though. I know I'm not doing that. SK says, like the Pacers team total at 112.5 this morning. Think pressure is off now. They got one. So you can actually get this at 1. Well, I thought I saw 110. Now I guess it's going up. Damn, am I missing something? I saw 110. So I see 111.5. It's juiced at -120 on Caesars. And we lost on this by 3 points in game number 3. So just somebody on the bench plays a little bit better, and we cashed this team total over. Couldn't talk you off, SK. Jay Muse says Obi Toppin had 8 points in every game versus the Knicks before Game 3. He should bounce back today. Like I said, I agree with that. Nando says, can the Pacers win the rebound battle again? I think they can. Jay Muse like TJ McConnell props. He says he gets more points and assist chances with Halliburton back injury. I would definitely agree there. Makes a ton of sense. What up, Lightbear? Appreciate you for being here this morning. He says, let's have a money-making Sunday. That's what we're here for. What up, DJ Props? He says, checking in from Mooresville, North Carolina on vacation. Love the Pacers in the Timberwolves today. Okay. Enjoy the vacation as well, Prop. I hope you're out there having fun, man. You and the family. And appreciate you for checking in this morning. Dano says, yes, sir. Obi couldn't score none the other night. It was funny because I've been riding this over 3.5 field goals made, but it was juiced high last game at a -165. Good morning, Michael. He says Josh Hart rebounds is the only consistent. Yeah, I mean, the ball, he got a magnet on his hand. The ball just found him. Derek says Holly points under. The NBA is so weird with these injuries. They'll say somebody may need surgery, then they'll come out and score 35. That's a fact too, Derek. I'm just going off the eye test, man. I'm going off the eye test and experience of a sacrum injury. I can only imagine having back spasm and sacrum injury. Knock on wood, I've never had a back spasm before, but my father has, and I remember having my stepfather had a back spasm so bad he had to go to the emergency room one day when I was at high school. I remember. So yeah, back spasms can be pretty bad. With a sacrum injury and a rolled ankle, I know Tyrese Halliburton young, but boy, he gonna need to get all the treatment. He probably getting treatment as we listen to this right now. What else should I send in the chat? JW likes the Pacers. He said he'll lay the 5.5 with him. And then Michael says I like every point margin over 3.5. So it's Pacers plus 5.5. And Hart's threes and rebounds. So he's alts in this line to Pacers plus 5.5. Mark says, man, I was ready to jump on the Pacers in team total, but Holly injury is not good. And that's what's holding me up as well, man. It's easily searchable if you guys want to see the Halliburton injury, see him do the post-game interview and try to walk away from the podium. It was over 24 hours ago, probably quloser to 48 hours, but probably closer to 40 hours ago right now. But yeah, I don't know, man. I can't quite get there. Lightbearer says Knicks will be more comfortable with their rotation today without OG, and Burks and McBride have a better game. I don't know about Burks. Burks shot the ball well. He was probably the best bench player in the game on both sides. Because nobody on the Pacers even got over 6 points. And Alex Burke had 14 off the bench. He shot 4 for 6 from the field and 2 for 4 from the 3-point line. He wasn't -3. That's because he can't guard anybody. I don't know how much better he can play. I think Alex Burke did his job, bro. So I guess I slightly disagree there. JW says Pacers are a cover machine at home. They can be, not always. Adam says, from everything I'm hearing from you, the slowing of pace and Halliburton's injury, I'll probably do the under. It's dropping though. I mean, it dropped though, Adam. That's the scary part, right? The Pacers as a home favorite has been an over team all season. I don't have the numbers right in front of me, but I can look them up really, really quickly. I know the Pacers, at home, not a team you typically want to play under. On the road, yeah. But as a home favorite this season, the Pacers were 20-13 to the over, 61%. Yesterday was the game 3 was the first time they went under in 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. They were 7-0 in their last 7 games to the over as a home favorite. So that's the scary part and what's holding me up for getting there on the total either way. Like I said, I like the Pacers team total to go over if I want to play the Pacers, but I also like the full game to go under based on the health and the injury. So I'm right there with you, Adam. This is holding me up. You take the cap, the numbers that I'm giving you and the details, and do what you want to do with it. Let's see. What else should I say in here? Tasha says she likes DiVincenzo and Dante over their 3.5 3-pointers. What up, Captain Zach? Dano says, I know Brunson on go, whether he banged up or not. I gotta have a dog in the playoff, and Brunson been showing that. Even in the Mavs versus Jazz series, he came out. To party, I think is what he means. What else y'all saying in the chat? Let's go through a couple more comments before we keep it pushing. Mike says, those 2 injuries take time and rest. That's a fact. Man, that sacrum injury is crazy. I know I keep talking about it, but my sacrum still hurt. That's why I'm saying it. When I sit for too long, it hurts too. And I have to stretch it all the time too. And mine was 2 months ago. He got better treatment than me, but man. JW says, read how much they cover at home. It's like 80%. I'm taking my chances. So Pacers at home in general, I don't know about that. Pacers are 24-19-2 against the spread for the full season. That's only 55.8% of the time. In the postseason, they are 2-2 straight up. 2-2 against the spread. They have won all 4 games at home, but they have not covered. They didn't cover against the Bucks when Chris Middleton hit that shot to force overtime. They were laying 6.5. They only won that game by 3. That was the Tyrese Halliburton and 1 to hit the free throw and win that game. And then, of course, they didn't cover in game 3 on Friday night either. They did cover against the Bucks in the other 2 games. So they are 2-2. Not 80% at all, JW. not at all. Not even close, actually. And they not covering like that. Hendry says, how did the Pacers do without Halliburton, who will take the point guard role? I mean, that's a no-brainer. It's TJ McConnell. And that's what Jordan says, TJ McConnell. Eddie says, I need to hit on the top 3 scorers on today's slate. Mark says 9-1 against the spread after scoring under 117. Okay. Yeah. I can't get, I'm not good with a lot of injuries. Not with my money on the line. I know I've been on this game for a very long time. Let's keep it pushing. I just wanted to go through the comments. Next game up, last game on the board, we got the Nuggets and the Minnesota Timberwolves, game 4 today. This line is 2.5 on DraftKings, 2.5 on bookmakers. There's some 3s out there on Circa. In the total, 204.5. Hasn't really moved much at all here. So let's get into this one, man. This is the game I do feel comfortable on, and the game that I did bet. So this line opened at 2.5, and it went up to 3. The total really hasn't moved at all. It opened at 204, still 204, 204.5. But this did go up to 3 on most books, and now it looks like it's coming down to 2.5. So you can, take it either way you want. I wouldn't talk anybody off playing the money line for the team that they think is going to win this game. First, we'll talk about the injuries. I expect all these guys to play, but we do have, the same suspects: Jamal Murray, KCP, and Reggie Jackson, all listed as questionable. Nickeil Alexander-Walker on the Minnesota side is newly added to the injury report as well with a shoulder injury. So what you guys see on the screen here, advanced stats for the Minnesota Timberwolves in the playoffs. And I'll just be honest with you guys. I took the Timberwolves here. I think the Timberwolves win the game. I think they take the commanding 3-0, the commanded 3-1 lead in this spot. And I got playoffs, full playoffs, everything that was before game 3 versus game 3 specifically here. I just see major regression coming here. Look at the offensive rating for the Timberwolves in the playoffs. 100.28, they're first. In game 3, they were a 97.8. Offense took a terrible dip, and I compared it to where they would, be if the season, if we were talking about the whole entire playoffs. They would have finished 13th out of 16 teams that made the playoffs. Defensive rating, 4th best defense in the NBA in the postseason. Defensive rating for game number 3, 125.8. This team did not defend well at all. You saw Denver come out. They had an offensive rating of a 131.3. And you see the net rating as well. Minnesota has been plus 15.3 in point differential. And of course, they lost that game by 28, which would have put them at the second worst net rating in the NBA as well. And then last but not least, I could have added turnover percentage. I could have added a whole bunch of different things, but I added rebounding rate because the Timberwolves have been the best rebounding team. I know we think the Knicks have been the best rebounding team in the playoffs. Timberwolves actually have been the best rebounding team 55.6%. You see it there, but not in game number 3. 46.3%, which put them as 12th. And then I put the quote from Anthony Edwards as well. As we, he took the onus for the game, said he'll blame himself for the loss, said he came out with no energy, came out flat. And I think we see a bounce back here. I took the Timberwolves here minus the 2.5. And real quick, I want to continue to go through it. So the Timberwolves offensive rating, the Nuggets offensive rating, 131.3. Minnesota had allowed just 110.3. You guys can see that there. Denver hit 54% of their shots from they shot 54% from the field, 48% from the three-point line. They hit 14 of their 29 threes. Denver entire starting lineup actually finished in double digits, and all of them shot better than 50% from the field. I do not think that that's going to happen again. Denver won the defensive and offensive rebounding battle. They had 4 more steals. They had 1 more block. They forced 5 more turnovers. They scored 5 more points in fast break, and they won the points in the paint battle. With their backs against the wall, they really came out and showed the heart of a champion. I totally get it. I just don't think the Timberwolves going to get caught sleeping 2 times in a row. Now, can it happen? Absolutely. I'm not telling you guys to ride with me and bet Minnesota. I'm just telling you guys what I bet. I bet Minnesota because I think some positive regression is coming here. Timberwolves shot just 44% from the field. They shot 30% from the three-point line, but mainly it was their defensive effort. If you watched the game, you saw Jaden McDaniel pick up those 2 early fouls in the first quarter, which in my opinion helped Jamal Murray to kind of get into a rhythm, get into a flow. And that's what you can bank on. If you think Denver's going to win, you got to think Jamal Murray's going to be able to repeat his performance as well. He had more of a Jamal Murray type game, finishing with 24 points on 11 for 21 shooting. He shot 2 for 5 from the three-point line as well, which was by far the best game of the series. I don't even think he had 24 points combined through the first 2 games. The Timberwolves haven't had an offensive game that had been that bad so far in the playoffs. And even if they don't play better completely offensively, I do expect their defense to be light years better than it was in game 3 and give themselves a chance, like I said, to take a commanding 3-1 lead. This is very symbolic of what, in my opinion, what happened with Boston in game 2. Excuse me. Boston, they let their defense be dictated by their offense. They weren't making threes. Remember when they were at home? They weren't making threes, and they ended up giving up, 115 points to the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavs team total was like 96.5. And I saw the same thing happen with the Timberwolves here. Timberwolves had not played a defensive game like that, and I don't think that it's going to happen again. So even if their offense is struggling, which, I didn't expect the Timberwolves to be the number 1 rated offense coming into the playoffs. I told you guys that earlier. One of the reasons why I like Denver to bounce back in game 2 instead of game 3. But the Timberwolves offense has been good. Even if it's not good, like I said, I expect their defense to be a lot better today. Couple trends I wanted to look at. I think I added these to the graphic. So big one here was, I kind of added this one afterwards, but this trend you guys see here is home favorites that are laying less than 3 points. So 3 points or less in series game number 4. 43-18 straight up. That's 70.5% for people who want to take the money line. 38-21 against the spread. 38-21 against the spread. 64.4% as well. Also, I looked at home favorites in the playoffs who previously lost as a home favorite. They are 120-41. That's 74.5% straight up. 71-3 against the spread. 55%. And since 2018, those teams are 28-16 against the spread. That's 63.6% as well. So yeah, I like the Timberwolves today, man. I do like the Timberwolves a lot. Also, I would probably look more towards the under. I know game 3 went over the total. It really was just, all of the Nuggets being able to score the basketball so much, and I don't expect them to play as well. I expect the Timberwolves to come out and not get smoked like that, especially not early. So I looked into one strong trend I found towards the under was just home favorites who lost as a home favorite in their previous game. They are 87-69-5 to the under. That's about 56% to the under. 27-17 against the spread as well. I'm sorry, 27-17 to the under since 2018 as well. So it's about 62% if we're just looking at the last 6 years. So I like Minnesota. You can play them on the money line. I think it was minus 138 last night on FanDuel. They had the best number when I gave this out at around 2 a.m. this morning. It may have come down because I do feel like money's coming in on Denver in this spot. And I can't, if you like Denver, you think it's a super desperation spot, don't let me talk you off. Timberwolves are minus 142 right now on the money line. Best you could get. Last night it was minus 138 on FanDuel. This morning, FanDuel has a minus 146. And DraftKings actually has a minus 142 for people who want to take the money line here. So let's see what you guys are thinking. Then we're going to wrap up and get out of here. I've been talking about 2 games for almost an hour. Let's see what you guys are saying here. Big Smoothie says, "Morning, Chris. I'm a new follower from Cal. Keep up the good work, bro. I appreciate that, Big Smoothie. I will be on with Cal today at 11. Yeah, me and Cal be talking about these games at 11 on his channel as well. Shout out to all the members from the Cal Kerms community, man. The Sauce Network. I enjoy you guys coming over. T Money says bounce back spot for the Timberwolves. That's where I'm at with it. He says MPJ has been consistent with his points prop over. I agree there. PZ says I have Wolves minus 2.5 in my back pocket. We aligned there, PZ. I got it in my pocket as well. Adam says Ant-Man over 100 points, rebounds, and assists. He think Ants goes crazy tonight. And, if you watch the post-game interview, I mean, he did look like he was going to be ready to come to play in tonight's game. We'll see how it goes. Michael says, Chris, do you think it's a different game with Rudy starting though? I don't think so. I mean, Rudy started in game 1. They looked great in game 1. I don't think so. I know, I think they just came out flat. And I want to mention this as well for people who didn't get a chance to see it. Coach, Mike Malone said that, he put together a video of all of the national hate that the Denver Nuggets were getting. All of the times they were talked about, getting swept and this team doesn't have it. And he made a compilation of all those videos and showed this to his team before they came out in game 3. I think they were super motivated. I mean, you're the champs. You don't want to get swept. If you lose game 3, realistically, the series is over because no team has come back down 3-0. So you put yourself in, you give yourself the best chance possible here. And it's going to be some conspiracy theorists and some people who like Denver to win the series in 7. Don't let me talk you off. I'm not one of those people. I don't think that this Minnesota Timberwolves team is going to lose today. And I definitely don't think they're going to lose, 4 out of the next 6 games. This series does not have 6 games left. This is game 4? This is game 4. So yeah, whatever that math is, I don't think that they're going to win. They would need to win 3 out of the next 5. Yeah, 3 out of the next 5 is a little bit better math. Including today's game. Michael says they just didn't look like the same team of defense. Yeah, like I said, I think it was more credit to the Nuggets than to the Timberwolves. Free Sauce likes Gordon under his 4.5 rebounds. He says crazy his rebounds at 4.5, right? He's had 2, 5, and 3 rebound chances these games. He's been more trying to shoot threes and create rather than attempt to be in the paint with Cat and Gobert. Yeah, it's not a good matchup for Eric Gordon. So I couldn't disagree with this one, Free Sauce. J Mew says he's taking all first quarter props based on that quote. I couldn't talk you off. It should be a lot of getting downhill, to the rim, putting the pressure on Jokic to either foul or get dunked on, because that's where Anthony Edwards been making his money. I think we see a super aggressive Anthony Edwards today. So I could not talk you off looking at his points prop over. Just a zigzag theory here. Jamie says, good morning, and over his points today is my most confident bet. Good luck to everyone. Let's cash. Appreciate you for tapping in, my brother. R. Milton says, Denver wins tonight, they win the series. There we go. Oh, he says, if they win tonight, they win the series. I still say no, but don't let me talk you off. We got to remember Jamal Murray's not 100%, man. I don't think they're winning this series. And there was also 3 days of rest before game number 3 versus only 1 day of rest before game number 4. We got to keep that in mind as well. Solon Willie says he's taking Jokic triple-double tonight. Jay Click says, what's up, Chris? Ant 38-8 in a dogfight tonight. That's PRA over for sure. I know his points, rebounds, and assists is lower than 46. So Jay Click like the points, rebounds, and assists over. Adam says he's taking KCP over 1.5 rebound. Conley over two rebounds. He says it's been a wagon. Derek likes the first half under 105. He says all 3 games so far have gone under 100 in the first half. Makes a ton of sense to me. I was on the under in the first half in game number 1. I have not went back to it though, Derek. Michael says Caesar has it at 3. It's a couple threes out there. Dano says I need something. I read something about Denver. a play they're running called Chicago. It really killed the Wolves last game, basically relieving the pressure on Murray, bringing the ball up and creating open shots for him as well. Yeah, trying to get him more in the shooting guard role because, they need him coming off ball screens. Jaden McDaniels was glued to him like the schoolwork that your kid bring home, got all the glue on it. And I think it's going to happen again today. I don't think he picks up the early fouls either. Dano says this might be an under type game, adjustments to whatever Denver threw at them last game. So could definitely see that in the first half under. I agree. Maybe in the first quarter under, even though first quarters can be extremely volatile. I couldn't talk anybody off the under. Who said that? Derek? Yeah, Derek's pretty sharp. Under 100.5. Could not talk you off. What is that? Tomps says great content. Appreciate this comment. Tasha giving out her projection. She likes the Wolves to win by 104 to 103. Okay. I'll jot that one down, Tasha. Best of luck tonight. As we get this comments, thoughts on the under 100.5. Like I said, I couldn't talk you off. What up to my guy, Rick? Rick was the winner of the giveaway on Friday night. So Rick, I will be getting your t-shirt in the mail tomorrow. I did get your DM on Twitter. I saw it. I didn't open it, but I did see your DM on Twitter. Lightbear says Timberwolves win. Murray under his points today. Rick also shouting out Happy Mother's Day. I did this at the top of the show, but yeah, shout out to all the mothers. I hope you guys have a very, very blessed day and you celebrate it. SK likes Denver on the money line. T Money says Tony Brothers over cash for most bad calls. All right, let's get out of here. Douglas says, good morning, Chris. I think the total points per quarter market is interesting to look at this time of the playoffs. The Knicks Pacers with key injuries and fatigue. Nuggets Wolves are barely going over 50 points. And I agree, Douglas. It's just it's volatile, though. It's a lot of variance here for sure. Mark says, thanks for the knowledge, Chris. Have a great one, everybody. And I appreciate that comment as well. All right. Let's get out of here. All right. I've been through a lot of the comments, man. That's why my show took so long. But I appreciate everybody for being here. I think that's all I had as far as... Oh, a couple more. So I talked about these already. So home favorites who previously lost, I gave you guys that were 120 and 41 straight up. That's 75% pretty much that said that the Timberwolves win today. Also, the trend to the left, you guys see number 3 seeds specifically that are home favorites, who previously lost as a home favorite. So this is game 4. No, it's not. It's just the 3 seed. My apologies. So the number 3 seed is home favorites who previously lost as a home favorite. 22-6 straight up, 78.6%, 18-9-1 against the spread, almost 67% there. Says that the Timberwolves win today as well. Very, very strong trend for the Timberwolves. And that's the way I chose to play it. I think that's the last slide. We're going to say that's the last slide. So that's what I played, man. Minnesota minus the 2.5. And then, like I said, I was very, very back and forth on the New York Knicks and the Indiana Pacers. Either under 218.5 with the injury and the health concerns to both teams. But like I said, because I think the Pacers bench does not play that poorly again, it's really difficult for me to want to take the under, especially with no OG Anunoby out there for the Knicks. And if Alex Burke is going to be on the floor, that Indiana offense should be able to score. I think we see some regression from the Pacers bench as well. Like I said, they shot just, what did I give you guys? 7 for 22 from the field. After scoring, like they went crazy in the first game. Well, I just want to give you guys those numbers real quick one more time. Pacers bench shot 7 for 22 from the field, 0 for 4 from the 3-point line. Obi Toppin, TJ McConnell, Shepard off the bench, Isaiah Jackson. I think they have a much better game today. So I do kind of like the Pacers team total over, and I like the full game to go under as well. And I'm not going to pick between the two. So best of luck with the whatever you do with the information, man. I hope it's helpful for you guys. Like I said, enjoy Mother's Day. Go out, celebrate your mom, man. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Resources that I use are here. Shout out to OzJam as always. Best, sports betting software in the world. I always say that. Use code CBC to get 25% off your first month if you're interested in signing up. And if you found the show helpful, do me a favor, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Link to all my official plays are in the description. Best of luck, bet responsibly, and let's go Timberwolves. Enjoy the games today, everybody. I'll catch you guys in the next one, man. I'm out.